All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to 5 more things I love about Germany. This is a very small channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. That way you guys can just show a little bit of appreciation for the original content creator. And that way you guys can help her as well. 5 more things that I love about Germany. Let's jump in and see what's going on.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel in the world for women. And actually another thing I noticed very early on though was that there was Frau Parken, or like parking spots only or like reserved for women, and that was because women felt very unsafe in like those dark parking houses or stuff like that. At least that's what I heard. Other than that, I mean, obviously it's not super safe everywhere. Like you can't just go in the darkest street in the night, you know, and expect that it's super safe.
Yeah.
It's in general a very safe country and has also a very low crime rate, which is of course.
So it's 6,070 crimes per 100,000 people, making it the 6th year in a row that the crime rate has fallen in the country. That's very good.
It's very positive, and that's a thing that I've also noticed while I've been living here. I've never really felt unsafe, except there was just a short period where I didn't feel so safe. There was this car that was circling, like it was driving back and forth, back and forth. They stopped right in front of me at the gas station. They looked at me. Am I getting kidnapped now? You know, I love to go for walks, and I just, you know, go for walks pretty much every single day, but I've never really felt unsafe. I mean, that's a pretty nice, I would say, privilege almost, because it's not every country that you can just walk on the street freely, especially as a woman, you know.
Yep.
So that's something I really appreciate about Germany. And in Norway, it's super safe too, so I always was used to that. So I feel like if it was not so safe to walk outside here, I would be very disappointed, or I would be very sad. But luckily it's not like that, so that's a thing I really love about Germany. Number 2 is job opportunities, and this one is also a super positive thing that I didn't really think about that much in the beginning. I have been amazed, honestly. In general, there is... I can't even talk. So the unemployment rate in Germany...
Oh, you're doing good, you're doing good, you're doing good, you're doing good.
It's extremely low. And I think it's one of the lowest in the EU.
Hey, shout out to the dog in the back.
Extremely low. And I think it's one of the lowest in the EU, yeah. So it's also relatively
dog,
easy
man.
for foreign... Zoe's going crazy. Zoe, go like that. And it's relatively easy for foreigners to get a job here, of course, especially when they have a...
So why a lot of foreigners are having problems or trouble finding jobs, guys? I need some clarifications here. Why are we seeing a lot of these videos popping left and right saying, wow, it's very hard to find jobs? I'm just wondering why. Unless the person is not really providing anything for the company. Some of these people are saying they cannot find a job, it's hard. But then it seems like Germany is a rich hunting ground for international job seekers, especially if you are a skilled worker with a university education. There's a mistake here within university education, and there's a little mistake here.
A university degree or a degree to some sort. You can also get English-speaking jobs or jobs where you can speak English. Which is also a very positive thing. Knowing the language gets you much farther, and you can get maybe a better job if you know German. Other than that, I know people that have gotten jobs pretty quickly and without knowing the language also. So yeah, that's a very positive thing, and I also, like I said, speak from experience. So that's a very positive thing about moving to Germany, that you're almost guaranteed to get a job. So yeah. Number 3 is the seasons. I cannot address this enough. I come from Norway, and the winters are usually around 5 months. They last around 5 months, and sometimes more, sometimes less. It kind of depends on the year. But what I just love about Germany is that the winter is shorter. The summer
Isn't that funny? And a lot of people say, no, the winters are very bad. It's all perspective, guys. She's from Norway, so she's in a higher position on Earth, right? On the globe. So she has she's closer to the North Pole. Let's put it that way. And she's saying like, no, the winter here is short. Isn't that interesting? That's perspective.
Longer. Spring starts earlier and autumn lasts longer, I feel like. And of course the winters here are kind of depressing. They're very dark, grey, rainy and stuff like
Gloomy.
that. Es gibt kein schlechtes Wetter, nur schlechtes Kleidung. In Norway at least it's like white and more bright, I would honestly choose the German seasons compared to the Norwegian seasons, because in wintertime, if I'm craving to ski or see the snow or whatever, I know I can always travel back to Norway when I want. So I would say for me that's a very, very big plus, and it's something I've noticed. Like now I've been here for a while and I just really, really enjoy it. Now it's like springtime here, while in Norway it's still, snow and cold. The architecture. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. In the beginning, I didn't really like the houses or the buildings that looked like this.
Why? They look very nice. They look fantastic, man. Those architecture, those design are the best.
With time, I actually came to love them. I just think it has such a nice vibe to them.
Yeah.
They're so cute, honestly. I mean, I always liked the German stone houses and stuff like that. I just think that is super nice and it's just different to what I'm used to. I just feel like the houses and the buildings, castles, borgs as well, like they have so much personality, and I just think it has such a charm, and I just really enjoy it. And you can travel to some cities and you can really feel like you have traveled back in time, because it's so like preserved very well. And in Norway we don't have that much personality, I would say, in our architecture and stuff.
Norway, American houses are more like Norway, Swedish, because we do have a lot of Swedish influence. More of the Norwegians and more Nordics kind of influence when it comes down to houses. If you go to some of these places in Midwestern here in the United States, you probably get some of these German houses. Kind of weird. There's some of them. But the way the German just kept it intact is something else, guys. It's something else. I haven't seen houses like that. It's incredible.
Like that, of course, I like the Norwegian style, and we have like a style, but the German overall cities and stuff like that, they have just more personality, in my opinion. So I just really love that about Germany, and it's just so many cute places and houses and stuff like that. I don't really need to say much on this other than wow, they are amazing. I just feel like Germany without the Alps is not that special. It's not that wow, I mean, Germany has nice nature, but the Alps, they are a different story. I have actually been to the Alps 2 times. I mean, I would go again, it's just amazing.
Middle of summer. And what do we see here? Snow.
For me, I really prefer mountains to many things. If Germany didn't have the Alps, for example, I think that it wouldn't be that special. And I mean, I would travel to the Alps again and again. I don't think I would get sick of it. We have very beautiful nature in Norway, so I was always surrounded by nature pretty much. So for me, that's kind of
interesting video. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.